Hello. The next step would be to baste your ice wool inside the head of the sleeve. And it's quite important that you only attaching, it have to be only attached to your seam allowance as close as possible to your machining line, but it all have to be in that area here. Okay, so I'm going to have red thread so you can see. I'm just going to move that, make sure it matches to my seam allowance, go through. So here's my machining thread. So go through. So it's quite big steps. You don't need it to be there. So can you see it gets, I'm going to do like a back stitch in the beginning. So, and then go through like that. So it's quite important that you all come as close as possible, because that means the ice wool would not go away from that crease, so that you want it to be, the ice wool to be right in the head of the sleeve. By doing that, you will ensure that the head of the sleeve is supported. Okay, so it's very important you do that. So it's about maybe 2 millimeters, 1 to 2 millimeters away from the machining stitching. And just continue. Sometimes, you know, I do just a running stitch, but sometimes I just go do like a back stitch. So the back stitch helps to, you know, keep the ice wool in place. So can you see what I've done so far? So the stitches itself about 1 centimeter. Don't make them too big, because otherwise the ice will just move out. You move away from the machining line. So you need to make sure it's obviously very secure. Again, different people, different tailors do differently. Some place in different fabric inside. Some put just the canvas. Some put just, you know, breast felt fabric, and it's lovely as well. And some I find is the ice wool, it's more forgiving, and if your sleeve is really nice, pressed nicely, it just follows and supports the sleeve. And also during the wearing, it doesn't loses the shape. So I think that's why it's you know, I prefer ice wool. Take your time, make sure it's attaches very nicely, properly. So nearly there. So I'm getting to the end, keep tucking. Sometimes if you go too close, which is fine, it can go through another side, so you can see from the top, and so you need to be very careful. So if that happens, you need to unpick and restitch in that place. So I'm going to check because I think I stitched one very close. So I'm going to check, make sure it doesn't go through another side. Okay. There we go. So finished. So just going to secure my thread. I'm going to show you the final result. There we go. So that's thread. So you're using tucking thread. I use the red thread so you can see, but you're using just the tucking thread because it's nice and soft. So, and also it shrinks if it's need to be. So right, so now you can see what I've done. So it's all attached right to the to my seam allowance as close as possible. I could do with my machining line. See that? So all that done here. So that's done. Now I'm going to turn it inside out and then see if it's any stitchings by accident went through. I don't think so. I think it's all nicely done. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, perfect. So when you've done that, I'm going to show you what to do next. And for this one, you will need to get your shoulder pads ready. Okay, see you next video. Bye.